Welcome to Activations with JJ. In this episode, we will be talking all about accessing the angelic realm, and you will have the rare opportunity to listen to a playback of our recent co-channeling circle, where we journeyed to the angelic realms and connected with our angelic guides in order to bring through some incredible channeled messages and activations. I'm thrilled to be able to dive into this episode with you and cannot wait. So let's get started. Hello, dear beautiful souls. Thank you for gathering with me to co-create this episode. Here we are, almost a week into June already. I cannot believe it. And that means that I am about to kick off another round of co-channeling and grid work circles. We start those in just a few days. And so I'm here to share with you the magic that happens in those co-channeling circles. You know, there are many of you out there who are closet channelers who don't necessarily gather with others, but let me just tell you the amount of information, energy, frequencies, power that comes when you're sitting in a circle of other channelers. And whether or not you feel like you're really confident at it or you're kind of in the middle, you're not sure, maybe you're not like me up here doing a podcast, but you do it. You do automatic writing, you sense beings. This is a way to really build your confidence in your channeling abilities. It's interesting because so many people reached out to me with imposter syndrome as I was presenting this offering, and they're like, I don't know if I qualify. I don't know if I can do this. And let me just tell you, if you are thinking that, that is the first sign that you are ready because I just know it. Like I just can tap in and feel that energy, that if it's even on your radar, if you're even considering it at all, I highly recommend you check out the offering. Now, when I publish this, there's probably only a few spots left, but there are some. And even if you're listening to this way after the fact, it's not even June 2023, and you just wanted to listen to one of my vintage podcast episodes, this is an offering I will never get rid of. Once I did it, I'm hooked. Everybody who's in it is like, I want to do more. I want to do more. We're all just loving it so much. So I've opened these two groups, and there's 14 spots total for June. And then in July, I have a similar offering as well. So I don't want anybody to get FOMO and make their decision based on that. But if you're feeling the call, check out the link below. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about one of the experiences that I had with these groups. There is a different theme every week. So the first week, we connect with earth elemental energies. The second week, we connect with ascended masters and goddesses. And the third week, we connect with the angelic realm. The fourth is galactic. So this particular soundbite, this playback that you're going to hear from one of our co-channeling circles was the theme of the angelic realm. And we dropped in with some incredible information. My goal with this podcast episode is to help you connect a little bit more with the angelic realm. And I want to remind you, I have a monthly angelic activation gathering, and I have a lot of angelic starseeds gathering there. They're connecting there, and they're feeling that energy. What's been happening over the last several months is more and more angelic starseeds are coming to me and releasing the fallen angel template. Now that wraps right into another theme for June 2023, which is that of soul template activation, a new way of quantum healing where you are making shifts on a macro level. You're shifting a template rather than just one little tidbit of energy or one frequency or one program or whatever wound it is at a time. And you're able to cover a large amount of ground in a short amount of time with just this template switch. And there were some incredible discoveries and energies that we connected with in this particular playback that you're going to hear. One of my friends, Tiffany, took us to a beautiful angelic city in the sun, and it just was very pearlescent energy. She describes it so well. What's really cool about these co-channeling circles is that being that, most of us are having some kind of clairsentient experience, whether it's clairaudience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, we're all sort of seeing different bits and pieces of what's happening. And so I want you to just sit back and listen to what drops in. It's almost like listening to one of my gatherings, but you've got several perspectives coming through. And so you're going to hear us kind of like a changing of the guard as we take our turns channeling this information in real time. Now, I want to remind you, this is our third circle. In the first circle, not everybody was as confident and not everybody was as open to just kind of going on the spot and declaring things and channeling things. And so what happened with these co-channeling circles is I allowed for anybody to bring forward pre-written messages. So say you sat down the morning before and did automatic writing. You could bring that in. Some people just bring in a little bit of light language. Everybody's contribution is different, but the synergy of the group is what I want you to notice in this gathering. It was so tangible how everything worked seamlessly. And I believe that what we are modeling in these co-channeling circles is the energy of the new earth with regards to co-creating and grid work. And that is exactly why I didn't want to just show you a soundbite from me or a soundbite from one person. I wanted you to feel and sense a little bit of what each person brought through. Again, I want you to know that if you're getting imposter syndrome just hearing this, give it a listen, honor your intuition, and if you feel drawn to join us for these in any month, it could be June, July, whenever it is, we would be honored to have you there. It's a life-changing experience, to say the least. So with that, get yourself in receiving mode, take a deep breath, and here is a playback, a portion of the playback from our co-channeling circle where we brought in the energies of the angelic realm. As you bring your awareness to your angelic soul aspect, everyone has one. The angelic soul aspect is the first soul aspect that a soul steps into after it is birthed. We spend, depending on the soul, a certain amount of time in the angelic realm. And we all have angelic memories. We can access them. I have tapped into angelic mothers and fathers where, as you know, we are birthed from source, but once we come into some sort of a light body as an angel, we do have a divine masculine and divine feminine parentage. We have parents there. And so I want to start off by calling in our beautiful angelic parents. It's different for everyone. I see some that have two feminine parents, some that have two masculine parents, some that have a masculine and a feminine. It just depended on what your soul needed. There was no set way to do it. We call in your angelic animal friends, is what I'm feeling. Beautiful little beings with wings. Your little angelic animal guides. We call in your angelic record keeper from the angelic Akashic records. We welcome them here, as well as any and all angelic beings and guides that would like to co-create with us at this time. And specifically those angelic guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and the Archaia, which are connected to the gridwork of Gaia, to the angelic template of Gaia, to her wings, her halo, and her angelic body. Setting the intention that throughout the duration of this circle, we will not only receive benefit personally and individually, that we will be able to help the collective and Gaia as we connect and bring through these angelic vibrations and frequencies.
I feel Archangel Gabriel coming forward, and when I feel his energy, it honestly feels so balanced between masculine and feminine that I wouldn't necessarily say it feels like a male, even though I know he's known male. There are 8 angels around him, and they're all they're each going to one of you. And you can choose to receive this healing and activation from them today. And if you choose not to receive it, they are indicating that you can come back at a later time whenever you like. And they're each moving behind you. And with your permission, placing, they're really light bodies, but they're extending energy forward and placing it on your back. And they are asking me to share some light language for you.
This is Tiffany. I see us all lined up before a giant portal that's lit with rainbow and golden and silvery energies and sound. There are sounds coming through the portal, and it is made of sound. One by one, we step into the portal, into a long tunnel filled with angelic sound, calibrating us to travel to Perlia or Perelia, the angelic city inside the sun of our solar system. As we walk slowly through the temple, we are being calibrated with light codes and sound. The throne angels are leading us. They want you to know they are the angels that sit at the throne of the holiest of holies, of all that is, and sings in praise of him, her, God, goddess, for all eternity. At the end of the tunnel, we are met with the fiery light of the sun. And Archangels Seraphina and Metatron are on either side of the temple of the tunnel. They touch the crown of your head as you walk between them, entering into a golden tunnel leading into a temple.
This is Monica. Taking a deep breath in, just filling your body with air for a moment. And letting it out, feeling that release from your body. Transporting yourself to a place where the wind is slowly clearing. Excess energies bringing on only the frequencies and journeys that were just brought in by our last 3 angelic participants here. Feeling those energies organizing and calibrating together before we go forward.
I'm first being guided to lead where Monica left off with really calibrating and reminding ourselves that as we are connecting with the angelic realm, at the same time to connect with the physical realm that we're experiencing. To imagine our feet and the chakras on our feet opening and closing like valves, and drawing this energy that we're collecting from the angelic world and really sending it down through our feet and anchoring it into the grid. And Metatron is here with us as well. And as we are anchoring in this energy into the grid, you see this kind of a diamond-like light coming through our crowns and just moving through our bodies into the earth. And we're in a circle on this clear plasma-like platform. And Metatron is handing us each a diamond-shaped jet. It's like a diamond crystal. And as we each receive our crystal and bring it in to ourselves and to our body, some of us are placing them in our heart chakras, others in our solar plexus, wherever we feel that we need it the most. We are loved.
My sisters, I'm seeing a group of 8 masculine angels and 8 angelic animals, and they're no bigger than our ankles. They're small animals, but we're in a circle now. We've climbed up, and that golden rope is now linking us. We're in a circle. That is our link. And I can't see the type of animals, but they're small, and they're going to each one of you. In the next couple of weeks, that animal is going to present itself to you. I do feel it's a skunk or an armadillo. And they are being here to support us through our shadow work. I'm really feeling like there's a lot of us there's a lot to release. There's a lot that has been released during this small session that we've just had.
Thank you, sister. This is Amron. And as I merge with an angelic aspect of myself, I am recognizing that we are here with our group today representing denser elements on the spectrum of the angelic spectrum, the angelic vibrational spectrum. And we are doing this to support the absorption of these codes, this data, this information that has become available today into the physical realm. We are here serving as connection points in our body and in our grid work today.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Allow yourself to just do your hands, whatever needs to be done, almost like you're shifting from these symbols that Amron was speaking about into just your own individual sort of integration symbols for this energy that we've co-created, with the intention of both receiving what you need and releasing what you don't from all of the things that came in today. All of the things that came in today. Yakta hi so yatkana a akshoko toko ori katana. Yakta hani ar iak toko oya o oko I ashak toko oya. This is the language that goes along with the Lemurian hand movements. Yakta ani o ihe ak toko iya sha'ahania. Yakta ani o iha iak toko ohi ana. Yakta ani iak hoho I itakana I iak toko iya. Iaha I iak toko o ki ika akai. Bringing your hands and your body to rest. Thank you, my dear friends. It was an absolute honor. Feel free to unmute and say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
sisters.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So that is the playback of one of the co-channeling circles. That is a taste of what it is like to co-create in this way. Now, I know not everybody here is ready to step into one of these circles, and I want to tell you that's not my intention to make you feel like you should be. When you get the call, when you get that ping to do something, you'll know. But some of you might want to simply receive a circle like this. And so I have in the works a plan to make it more like my gatherings, where you sort of have the panel, the co-channeling panel, and then audience members. So let me know in the comments below if that is something that you would be interested in doing. It truly is not just amazing to be in, but also to witness and to receive. I hope that you learned something new about the angelic realm or received a personal activation with that. And I want to remind you also that if you did receive activation and you got really deep in that, to just take some deep breaths, to take some time to ground and integrate. One of the ways you can ground is to stick with me here for a moment as I dive into more logistics and some scheduling and some fun announcements that I have coming up for June. It was so funny because I got done recording the June monthly energy update, and I didn't even get to share with you even part of what I'm doing during June. And so I thought, okay, well, I better jump into one of these coming up soon and just give you a concept of what is going on. So to run through my schedule really quickly, top level, first and foremost, the bread and butter of everything I do is my virtual gatherings. And let me just tell you, they are so potent. So much powerful energy comes through in those very simple monthly gatherings. I do 6 or 7 a month, and you can even join with my all access pass and not only get the links to attend live virtually, but also listen to all the playbacks at your own convenience. The gatherings that I have coming up, in case you're new, are my Fairies, Dragons, and Elementals on June 11th, my Light Language Circle on June 11th, my Channeled Q&A on June 17th. This is only the second time I've done these, and the theme this month is Councils of Light, which is another theme for June. I also have my Galactic Family of Light on the 17th of June, Remembering Lemuria on June 18th, and Angelic Activation on June 18th. Now, that's not all. That's not the end, because I have my Goddess Solstice Activation at 2 p.m. on the day of solstice for me, which is June 21st. So 2 p.m. Pacific. You can check out the link below. Last year, when we did that Goddess Solstice Activation, it was so powerful. Just amazing energy came through with all of the goddesses. So if you're really connected to goddesses, I highly encourage you to come to that beautiful solstice co-creation. Now, in addition to that, I am holding regular in-person one-on-ones in Los Angeles now, my home base of Los Angeles, where I will be offering those in a couple of different locations if you are wanting to be in person with me. And I'm telling you right now, when I have in-person sessions, I am full body channeling healings and activations that I didn't know were inside me, because what I allow to happen is I'll have a goddess or an ascended master or a galactic being almost step in and guide my hands, guide me on what to say, where to walk around the body, like if you're just lying on a massage table or a yoga mat, using instruments and sound healing now, because I just finished my sound healers training with Reiki and Flow with Queenie. So those are going to be also just beautiful opportunities. Now, that being said, I'm also thrilled about another solstice related activity. It is a live event in Los Angeles with my friend Shivi. And what we will be doing is a goddess activation and cacao ceremony in Santa Monica at a beautiful venue called Intimacy. Some of you listening might know and be familiar with that. So again, for all of my Los Angeles friends, I'm excited to begin to come out of the virtual world and come into the in-person world in our area. Lastly, I just want to remind you that I am also holding a 7/7 Syrian Gateway portal activation at the Nest in Hollywood on 7/7. Now, that is a month away, but it is guaranteed to sell out because it's a pretty small venue. We're going to be on a rooftop, and I'll be co-creating that with my friend Queenie of Reiki and Flow. Lots going on. Oh my goodness. Now, that is kind of the events situation. As far as courses go, and this is kind of the final wrap-up portion here of my announcements, I have my light language activation course, which will be launched on June 7th. So very soon you can sign up and pre-order that course. And also my soul template activation program. That is for people who are wanting a more serious deep dive into energies and frequencies that will propel them on their ascension journey. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that on a future podcast, because that particular offering is a group container. It's a hybrid one-on-one and group container that starts on June 17th, 2023. So that being said, I now think you're probably fully grounded from the beautiful activations that came through in the co-channeling circle playback. And speaking of that, I just have to take a moment and express my gratitude to all of those beautiful light workers that allowed me to share this playback, that I had their consent to do so. If you want to find out more about them, some of them are light workers who are on Instagram, and their links to their Instagram accounts are down below. You can kind of see the names of who it is and the order that they spoke in so that you can put a name with a voice. And I'm just, again, so thrilled that they were willing and able to share these beautiful messages with all of you on my podcast. All right, my friends, I am sending you so much love. And I want to remind you that I am you and you are me, and we are we. Until next time.